there are a few things that we want to set up to work more efficiently in Photoshop. Let's go first to Edit, and then we're going to go down to where it says Color Settings. And a dialog box is going to appear. This dialog box says North America General Purpose 2. We want to click there and choose North America Prepress 2. And the reason for that is it's going to make Adobe RGB 1998 our working space. By default, sRGB is the working space. So choose North America Prepress 2. You do not need to change anything else in here. So that's number one. That's also on our website, so you can see exactly what it looks like when you get home. The next thing we want to do is go up to the menu and go to Photoshop CC, choose Preferences. We're just going to start with General. Okay, so in here, just leave these set to the default. Interface, leave this set to the default. Workspace, default. Performance. This is important. Do not mess with memory usage right here. By default, Photoshop takes up 70% of your menu. Some of you might think, wow, I should have it at 100% so that it functions even better. But the thing is, it'll take all your memory and the computer will crash and everything will freeze up. So in the background, you've got your music playing, you've got the internet open, browsers open, other programs open. That takes the other amount of space. So leave that to the default. But what you do want to change in here is if you have a semi-fast computer, is you might want to change your history states. Take your history up to even 200 and you can type it in. So what that means is that's how many steps you can go backwards. By default, it's set to 50. And if you're doing really little things like retouching, 500 history states would be great. But if you're working with giant files, 50 might be great, or even 25. So this is something you can change while you're working. Scratch this, leave to default. And now we're going to go over to cursors. Okay, so in cursors, you want to pick normal brush tip, show crosshairs in brush tip, and then show brush leash while smoothing. So that one can be on or off. Crosshairs, it shows you where the middle of the brush is. So that's why you want that one. Other cursors, you want to choose precise. And the reason for that is if you don't choose precise and you choose standard, every time you use one of these tools, it's going to look like that tool icon, like it's going to look like a little paint bucket. You want precise so you get this little target so that you know exactly where you're laying things down. The rest of the stuff, you guys, just leave set to the default.